This week, the world of super motocross mourns the passing of Art Eckman, one of the iconic play-by-play announcers and pit reporters in this sport. Art first jumped into this game starting in 1991. He eventually would become the full-time play-by-play man in the booth in 1996 for full supercross and motocross schedules, and remained in that position through the early 2000s. And it's that timing that makes Art so important, so woven into the fabric of this sport. Those are the early days of supercross and motocross being televised weekly on cable, and there are certainly a lot of fans and riders that grew up listening to Art's voice, usually paired alongside the great AMA Hall of Famer David Bailey as his expert analyst. And that's what makes Art so important. Even though the years might not be as long as you might think, his involvement, his legacy, his imprint was massive. Not just on the broadcast and in the races themselves, but he was a consummate professional behind the scenes as well. Art had already broadcast nearly every other type of sport before he came into the world of supercross and motocross, and it's that experience from Major League Baseball and the NBA and any other type of racing you could think of that he bestowed upon the athletes and those behind the scenes to help up the level of the sport's professionalism at a time when the sport was growing and needed that help to get to the next level, which Art certainly played a role in helping the sport get there. We're saddened by the news that Art this week passed at the age of 81 at his home near Atlanta, Georgia. It is good, though, that Art did make his way back for one more race, attending this year's Atlanta Supercross, and yes, even visiting the broadcast booth one last time. Those who were fans of the sport then, and those who are connoisseurs of the history of the sport now, will always remember Art's voice and his words and his persona. And for that, we've put together a tribute to some of Art's great calls, one of the legendary voices, one of the legendary figures in the sport of super motocross. Godspeed, Art Eckman.
Hello everyone, I'm Art Eckman along with David Bailey, getting ready for another exciting round of supercross action.
And they're revving it up. And we're all set to go for the 250 main event. Number one, Jeremy McGrath, proving to everyone right now why he still remains the greatest.
Checkers! Ricky Carmichael, Pro Circuit Kawasaki.
And it's Mike Brown with the hole shot. Oh, going off the track is Mike Catton, East Sparta, Ohio rider.
Here comes Ferry, number 15, on the four-stroke Yamaha. He moves into second. Doesn't quite have the edge for the Black Pass on last. Ricky Carmichael taking another chance bar to bar. They look at each other. Jeff Stanton, one of only 4 other riders to win back-to-back championships, and now Ricky Carmichael wins back-to-back championships.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.